Zachor or Shamor. Perhaps one of the most well-known statements of Chazal, one that's been incorporated into our tefillah each and every week, is Zachor v'Shamor b'dibur echad ne'emru. When Hashem was conveying the commandment of Shabbos, it said both Zachor, to remember Shabbos, and Shamor, and to protect Shabbos simultaneously, something that is impossible for a human to do. And the question is, what's the significance of this? See, in the Aseres HaDibros, it says Zachor es Yom HaShabbos Lekatro, to remember Shabbos. And in Sefer Devarim, when it repeats the Luchos, the Teres HaDibros, it tells us that Shamor es Yom HaShabbos Lekatro. Now the Ramban explains that Zachor and Shamor are two completely different ideas. Zachor is the positive experience of Shabbos, of remembering Shabbos, of enjoying Shabbos, of basking in the spirituality of Shabbos, while Shamor connotes the negative aspects of Shabbos, refraining, not performing malacha the mitzvos lo saseh. And although Moshe Rabbeinu was speaking in Sefer Devarim, Chazal understood that he never would have changed something so fundamental on their own, and therefore it must be that these two things were said simultaneously. But it's still difficult. Why did the Torah not just write both? Why doesn't it simply say Zachor v'Shamor es Yom HaShabbos Lekadsho? And which one was actually written in the Luchos? Ramban explains that both sets of Luchos only said Zachor. Shamor was not written anywhere, but it was said simultaneously and taught by Moshe. Why wasn't it written in the Luchos together with Zachor? And perhaps the idea is that Shabbos, and the essence of Shabbos, is really in the Zachor. The spiritual, positive energy, the positive experience of Shabbos is really what Shabbos is about. That's the root. It's Ahavas Hashem. It's our connection with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shamor, avoiding malacha, the negative, the lo saseh, is part of enhancing that environment, but it is not the ikar of Shabbos. If we want to develop a relationship gets developed through the positive, through the mitzvah saseh, through growing closer to Ahavas Hashem. Zachor, the positive, is where we experience the greater connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That is the ikar of Shabbos. Yes, there's a whole list of do's and don'ts. And don'ts, there are a lot of them, 39 categories of malachos. But those don't represent the experience of Shabbos. It's part of the environment. So both luchos say Zachor, because that is the ikar. Shamor is critical. It's a critical explanation. But it doesn't define our Shabbos. So it's not written in the Luchos. Rather, it's taught by Moshe. It's spoken by God, but shown to be subordinate through its exclusion from the carved tablets, from the carved Luchos. And I think that is what is critical. Our experience of Shabbos is what gives us the energy to continue. Shabbos, as we also recite in the Chadodi, is the Makor HaBracha. It is the source of bracha. What is going to happen in the coming week, and when the bracha that it's infused with comes from Shabbos, and how we experience Shabbos is critical to how we're going to experience the week in front of us. And too often, Shabbos becomes about, I can't do this, and I can't do that, and I can't hold my phone, and I can't, all the things that we can't do. And we have to figure out, how do we change the experience of Shabbos? The long Friday nights this time, how do we change the experience of Shabbos to be one in which we connect, to be one in which we learn, to be one in which we can appreciate davening, we can appreciate being with family. We don't even miss the things that we can't do because we have filled in the gaps with Kedusha, with Torah, with the things that are truly important. Zachor v'Shamor are both there. They're b'dibur echad nemru. They are both part and parcel of what makes Shabbos into what Shabbos is. But Zachor is the only one that's written into Luchos. That is what defines, and that what should define, and what we have to figure out how to define our positive, uplifting experience of Shabbos.